Good afternoon, FxBlade members. So back here again with another market breakdown for you guys. Now let's just cover exactly what happened from the last time. Now you guys know that I like to keep my charts exactly where I left them off, just so I can clear things up. So I called this sell right here at around the 125.45 area. When it came down to this level of 124.92, I sent out a Telegram message telling you guys to take profit. It didn't need to go the whole way down. I took almost all my profits right now. It hit the 61 Fibonacci. You guys know how much the 61 Fibonacci is respected. Let me move this right here just to kind of clear that up for you guys. But yeah, let me clear this up too. But so when price got here, you know, we bought. I'm gonna clear this up too because we already did that trade. But so I said it would come up to this trend line before it goes down. Now it did go down. I was already in a sell. We closed in profit, and what price seemed to be doing is that it actually broke through that trend line. Okay. However, one thing you guys need to understand is in Forex, there's always a retest of the trend line. It doesn't just fly past it and just, okay, bye. You know what I mean? It doesn't do that. So what I see happening, and you guys can kind of see right here, every time it went to this price. So I see one high, second high, and this just seems to be a third high, right? I don't see this continuing any further for any more upside momentum. I actually see this coming down, okay, to the 125.83 area. I see it, you know, coming down to at least this area right here. There's already resistance over here, and there has to be a retest of this trend line, or more retests on the EMA. So yeah, so we did close in profit for that trade. So if you would have done that trade, you would have gained around just a little over 40 pips, 50 pips. If you would have got out manually when I told you to, you would have probably gained more than 50 pips just on that trade alone. So I honestly want to keep this right here. I wish I could, but I'm just gonna move it. Okay, what I mean by that is that I still see this coming down, guys. But so I'm actually in a sell right now. My stop loss is just right above the all-time high on the 4-hour, and you guys noticed that I did this solely on the 4-hour. I know I have, you know, the daily on this side, and you guys can kind of see it on the daily too. It's actually, if anything, it's actually a little bit more clear on a daily. Just 1, 2. I expected a third top right here, but what happened was it actually hit everyone's stop losses. Not our stop losses, but people's stop losses. That's how the market works. It's just naturally going to the 200 EMA, especially on the daily. So it wasn't anything unexpected, but we definitely profited. And guess what? We're about to profit again. I don't see this coming up and breaching past the 200 EMA just yet, especially on the daily. So I am in a sell, and my take profit is at 125.86. So you're looking to make 95 pips by risking 73 pips. Always use proper risk management. Going on to the next trade. And let's actually go to the 4-hour real quick before we do anything. Okay. So in this trade right now, I'm actually currently in a drawdown. So you guys can see, I told you guys to open up right here. It was hitting the 200 EMA. However, it started spiking up. I'm sure it hit people's stop losses. That's what the market wants to do. It just wants to pocket your money. So they, breached it 3 times. You guys see that? So boom, boom, boom. It breached that once, twice, and 3 times. Okay, come on, cooperate with me. There we go. Right here, 3 times. So I'm still in this sell, right? But so what I ended up actually doing is I got into another sell. So I'm actually in 2 trades now, guys. These are my manual trades. These are not the MAM trades. These are my personal trades. So I'm already in a sell. Stop loss, I wanted to put the stop loss above all the way up here, but there's no need to. I generally think there's a more downside momentum on Euro JBP before continuing and furthering, the whole way up here. If it comes up to here, now keep in mind, guys, I don't use stop losses, but if it comes up to this zone right here, I see it just spiking up to this zone and then dropping down before going up further. So going on a daily, you guys can kind of see it always retraces back to the 200 EMA. So in the long term, this is going to happen. Okay, but it has to come down more, in my opinion. I don't think it launched off from the 61 Fibonacci just yet. It did, however, break that zone. So so it could possibly come up here a little bit, but I do see it coming down to the take profit area. So my take profit for Euro JBP, I have both take profits down here, but it's around the 8589 area. Okay, so I'm in 2 trades. They're both sells before we enter in a buy in the future. I don't think it's just ready to go off just yet. And going to Euro USD, exactly the trade that I called out. Now, I told you guys I was in drawdown on this last one, and I entered in another buy right here. And you guys can kind of see it's exactly what happened. I think this was just a fake move down before a rise up. So yeah, let me just clear that up. Yeah, you would have profited around 61 pips. And you guys see, it's no coincidence that it's just struggling to go past this trend line. And I still believe in this blue drawing that I have done. So, in my opinion, Euro USD looks like it's just going to come down, test this EMA, maybe come up again in this trend line area before actually rising up higher. It might just consolidate in that area for the other pairs to catch up. But you guys know all 3 are in somewhat a sequence, not all the time. But yeah, I definitely see this coming down further. So if you guys go to the 1 hour, yeah, it's just between this area. Oh wow, look where I just, yeah. So there's a lot of support right here, the 61 Fibonacci and this trend line that's been drew for a while. It's no coincidence that it's the negative 61. So originally the high and the low were down here. You guys see that? But I have the negative 61 and the negative 78 on there as well. But yeah, so I definitely see that happening, coming down. So I'm actually in a short position for that as well. So I'm in short positions for almost all of them, as you guys can see. This one, stop loss is around 30 pips, but you're looking to make around 20 pips. Now, here's my thing about this trade right here. This is kind of a risky trade, and here's why. Well, it's not risky because you can definitely hit your stop loss, and that's going to secure you out. However, in the long term, okay, in the long term, I definitely see this going the whole way up to at least this level. Okay, so if you wanted to enter in a long-term trade, this is it. So you can enter in a buy right now, use maybe lower lot size than usual. So if I move the Fibonacci to this area right here, you guys kind of see that it actually aligns with the 61 and the 78 Fibonacci's. So this is definitely a long-term buy, but it definitely could, like I said, drop, hit this EMA before continuing to rise. Okay, guys, I don't like giving exactly entries and you know, sells, and I'm not a signal provider. What I intend to do is to literally show you how the market works, and you guys, it's up to you guys to use the proper lot size management. People ask me what is my opinion on proper lot size management, and I say 0.01 for each $500. But that's just me. Is this a long-term game? This isn't a short-term game at all. I want you guys to be able to benefit from these videos more than just a trade. I want you guys to be able to understand the market and get exactly how I view the market and how I make a living off this. Okay, guys, I'll catch you in the next video, and take care.